Hello world, I'm Carp. Welcome back to Cultist Simulator with the Ghoul DLC second try. At this moment we are doing our medium work with some fascination, which once this restlessness turns into a dread, we'll probably dream those both away. We are reading the Viennese Conundra, we are passing the Peacock's door with our wildering mirror, we are speaking of esoteric matters on the streets, hoping to find some more moth people. We have passed the curse here at the Vanderschaft collection. Good work, gaunt woman who is silent there. Next up is coming a season of love, which is kind of nice. That'll give us some contentment. And the perils of renown are going on over here, so I need to grab this notoriety so that it won't go there. And otherwise, yeah, we're just doing what we're doing. Going on expeditions, trying to find more things to eat. Once we find some more things to eat, we're gonna start eating these things. Okay, so there's the dread. Now we have fascination here, we have dread, we have contentment. I think I'd rather just work with this fascination. I mean, oh no, I really shouldn't have done that. Well, it doesn't matter. This is done before the fascination comes here, so yeah, we're just gonna have to wait like 12 seconds here after we have done this dreaming so that we can get the fascination and dream the fascination away with that dread. In a painted chamber. The walls of the painted chamber carry scenes of war from all the major histories. Vienna falling to the worms, the sovereigns of the leash flame burning the modest soldiers of the Nut Sisterhood, the meeting of Alexander and the Shadowless King. Along one wall, a shelf is stuffed with junk and curiosities. Okay, so the Peacock door, come on, give me back! Thank you, Mansus Lords! Last night I opened the Peacock door, and afterwards it spoke to me. I am back, it boasted, both the tongue and the goddess. I am the only entrance into secret light. I was worshipped before you upright apes, and I will be still when all of you are ugly ash. Listen, and I will prove it. I woke with my mouth full of words. Okay, so now we speak back, which means that now we can translate this book, so that's what we're gonna do as soon as possible. And now we're not gonna dream because we're gonna wait for that fascination from here to come out so that we can dream that away with that dread. And we're also gonna grab this notoriety since this is starting a new cycle here and we don't want the notoriety to go there. But we read the Viennese Conundra here. Medusa's riddle, then, I choose to render as what is not seen. There is another riddle, one I have heard rendered as what may be lost. I will delineate some historic attempts to answer it. These are in themselves, in some sense, sacrifices. So that gives us an Ecdysis parable, which we already had, so that makes some more room on our desk, which was the main idea why I was reading the Grey book anyways. Because more space is lovely. And then we're gonna translate this book over here. This is the In the mountains as upon the plain there may not be a path where none has passed. It's a work by Ninagala of Lagash. Okay, here is our fascination, so we'll dream this fascination away with this dread. That also means that we can't work on our medium work anymore because we do not have any memories to use with that, so we're probably gonna have to paint then. Yep, we're just gonna have to paint. Let's paint... What are we gonna paint? Let's not paint with the notoriety because it will actually go away pretty soon. We'll paint with some mystique. And we're gonna paint... I mean, should we do we could do the... You know what, let's... No, that'll give us 2 notoriety to paint the unique painting. That's horrifying. Let's not do that. Let's instead paint Victor. A book of pressed flowers emanating a peculiar scent, 3 elderly Baedekers, a collection of butterflies painted black and white, and the real treasures. An oddity in a glass case and a closet coffer of rare books. So what we get from here is a paradoxical curio, which is a secret histories tool, and we could explore with that, but that would just only give us a way to speak Fusine, and we already speak Fusine, so we're not gonna do that. Another one of these, we already sold one of these, that will teach us Aramaic. Oh, the Geminiad. The Geminiad takes quite a long time to read, So you might be reading it immediately. There's the winds and inscriptions. They are in Phrygian. We do not speak Phrygian. The Watchful Tantra and some jumble. Okay, so I think we're gonna go sell these two things at Oriflamme's first of all. Watchful Tantra is that color, this is this color, Paradoxical Curio, I mean just be like there, and the Geminiad is Nox stuff. Right, we'll sell that and then we'll head to Foreman House after we sold all these things at Oriflamme's. Peculiar rumor, we're not gonna do anything with that. I really dislike getting peculiar rumors when we could still be finding people. Do we need to talk to anyone about anything? Nope. So we'll just talk about Smith's secret on the streets. Okay, we have finished painting. Got 2 funds for that. A rattling in the soul. We could use that in a rite. Let's see, sunset rite, rattling in a soul, Neville. If I add Grail, well, let's add Grail. This is a raw prophet. Sure, let's take a raw prophet. And with that raw prophet, if we get that raw prophet, we could actually start working on Glover and Glover. Okay, translated this book. Let's put our language over here. What was this called? In the mountains upon the plain, there may not be a path where none has passed. Ninegala tells a number of lively stories about riddling ogres and wars between mountain tribes, but turns somber in the tale of the empty-handed hunter, a lover of the Grail who sought to match her appetites and join her as an hour, but in the end rent and devoured himself, giving his name the mountains he had once roamed. Okay, there's a fleeting reminiscence for us, so... Oh right, we should fix the mirror every time we can instead of... Well, we still need to find that moth person at least, so we should still probably need to be doing that as well. But let's dream about the stack door then. More restlessness incoming. Got no money for the jumble, so let's sell the Aramaic book. And there's the restlessness. We'll probably start working with that. Okay, so we summon the raw prophet. It enters the world one limb at a time, questing like a serpent, cawing like a crow, throbbing like a vein. It will cuddle close against my leg if I let it, and afterwards I will have to dispose of my shoes. Sometimes it divides, sometimes it unites, sometimes she speaks words of warning, sometimes she advises on appetite. Its prophecies are confusion, their whispers confound. Okay, so now the question is, we have the prophet here now, so we could... It's gonna be around for 3 minutes, will that be enough? Let's see. Let's start working on Glover and Glover, because that's... Getting to the highest level of Glover and Glover is a way of getting rid of notoriety, so we can do more expeditions more easily. Ninegala claims that the Hours, who sometimes manifest as birds, the Laughing Thrush, the Ivory Dove, the Beech Crow, and the Witch and Sister, meet at a secret location on a mountaintop to exchange gossip unheard by their peers. Now and then a mortal overhears them. The mortal is always obliterated, and the meeting place always changes. So we get another unresolved ambiguity, and the Centipede Testament, which says, the centipede came up out of the sands and went in under the roots. She found a new home, but now she can't go home. She creeps in everywhere else, keyholes and histories and the channels of birth and sight and hearing. Here's what she has to say. Okay, what is this? Requires obsessive research. You need HQ with a library, the never know skill, or a reason. Well, we have the never know skill. Okay, so it can be used to upgrade something as well. That is good to know. Yeah, let's read more of these grey books just to make more space here. This is... Well, actually, this is... this goes... Well, they go as long this way. So let's read this one. Oh, and this is Kittling Ripe and the Moldy Warp's Grave and Other Stories. A lusciously illustrated tome of loosely connected children's stories, collected by one N.K. Field. Few of them are remotely suitable for children. The protagonist, a speechless cat thing called Kittling Ripe, performs a series of elaborate rites to rescue members of her extended family, culminating in the resurrection of her other grandmother, Moldy Warp. So what do we require to combine these things? It is HQ the library, HQ the library. Can I just use my one HQ the library to deal with both of these things? Am I gonna need one erudition for this? Huh. And this isn't glimmering, right? Yeah. Because I'm thinking maybe if we just combined all the way to the Port Noon Anecdote and then went to that expedition first of all, that might be helpful in some ways. Okay, got our clerical work, so let's go work. Let's hope that we get a promotion immediately, because if we do... Okay, some heat from there, and we got a fascination from here last time, so... Okay, this tells me that next time we're gonna find a forbidden epic from here. So... that's what we're gonna dream about. What's up next? Despair. Ooh, that's bad since we have this restlessness that's gonna turn into a despair. That's not really bad, like, we can deal with that with just one content. Got no money for that. Bloody hell. I'm gonna send the Raw Prophet. Am I? No, I'm not even gonna send the Raw Prophet out. Because I'm hoping we get a promotion and then we can immediately send the Raw Prophet out to deal with Alden. Okay, but yeah, we're gonna go to Foreman House then. At Foreman House, we require some Winter and Lantern. So, Violet, you go there this time, and Slee and Pope are gonna go there as well. Philip Foreman, the helminthologist and antiquarian, did all his best work here at the family home until the day his subjects escaped. The infestation was destroyed, but Foreman, they say, walks the halls to this day, guarding the library and his shame. A helminthologist is someone who studies parasitic worms. Unquestionably, this bleak mansion is haunted. The last visitors saw and fled the dead before they could touch him with their fraying hands. The visitor before that claimed she saw nothing, but she died of despair exactly 1 year later to the day. Ooh, this sounds like the awful curse, that curse that just kills someone. Oh, let's hope that we can deal with that curse. Okay, who did we find this time? Porter! Porter, excellent! You are a moth person, so we actually have all the people we really need. Getting another edge person would be kinda nice, just in case, but... yeah, now we're gonna keep this open so that we can send the Raw Prophet after Alden if we get the promotion, which I'm hoping we do. And you guys are gonna need the Pope there still. I'm gonna check that this curse can be dealt with Winter. No, it's with Lantern. Right, the Winter deals with the fretful dead. Okay, guys, deal with the curse, please. I don't want you to fall to that. When the snake which killed the stag, Kittling snatched one of its eyes. When the dry witch killed the sow, Kittling stole a cup of its blood. Then she took them to the place Moldy Warp lay buried, and she shook out her hair, and she began to dance. Wait, you're telling me we didn't already have a level 4 of these things? So that's just more space. Hey, Dehoris Book 1 and Dehoris Book 2. They're different types of things. Huh. I don't think I've ever had them on the table at the same time, because usually I just read all the books as fast as I can. So, what are we gonna read next? Or are we gonna combine the unresolved ambiguities? Well, we would need to have an erudition in here just in case. So... I'm gonna see if I have a book that gives us erudition, because this is still gonna take like several minutes before it turns into erudition. I'm gonna see if there's a book that gives us erudition, and then we'll read that book if we have. Otherwise, we'll just, I don't know, read books. Well, the Horus books give erudition, so let's just read. Oh, they're in Latin, aren't they? Yeah. Well, let's translate them. Or at least one of them. Okay, so here we are. Oh, Forgotten Chronicle. Wait. Clearly the fact that we went to the Peacock door has affected the draws here as well. Because Otherwise, this makes no sense. Well, I'll take the Forgotten Chronicle then. Ooh, that's gonna make life difficult if that's the case. Huh. A promotion! Yay! Mr. Alden, the supervisor of records, has called me into his office to recognize my diligence. I watch the mole on his neck as he talks and talks and talks. But at the end of it, I have a promotion! My new position is better paid and the desk stands by the street window. But I work directly for Mr. Alden now. Mr. Alden is known to be exacting. Okay, so we're gonna talk to the Raw Prophet about Mr. Alden. Alright, I really should remember that there's this minute timer here so that I can just, when I see that it's, I could have had the Prophet already here waiting for this to just happen. So what are we gonna work on now as we wait? Well, probably on these commissions. Let's start with Bechet's. Even though it'll just give us an iron spin tray, but you know, we can sell that at some point. And then we'll go to the stack door. Huh. What do you guys need? You call upon the dead there. Okay, so you don't really need anything there. And yeah, I was just looking at, re-looking at my notes here, and I'm actually not sure about what I said about the dream anymore. I don't know if it affects like if the going to other doors affects one door or not, because I think my markings have just been a tiny bit off there, and that's why I thought that they do affect. Okay, so let's read the Horus book 1. An occasionally coherent catalog of the secret gods. This is an English translation of the volume dealing with the powers of the wood. This volume deals mostly with the hours of the wood, the moth, the black flax, the ring yew, among others. So we're doing this because it gives us an erudition. After that, we're gonna try to combine these unresolved ambiguities. Okay, here we are now, though. That's a trembling heat. Yeah, okay, so this is... Yeah, everything is actually as they should be, and we should have gone to the Painted River last time, because there would have been a Forbidden Epic out there waiting for us. Now, you know, well, it still might be, but it's more likely that there is a fascination there waiting for us. Okay, did this commission there, so you wait word still for 30 seconds. Okay, so we can do this edge commission then at this point. Okay, yeah, they still require more than one this highest level. So they were only the second level, the ones that I was thinking about earlier. Offering temptation annoyance. My minion has returned. They found a particular temptation which our annoyance succumbed readily, at the small cost of the utter destruction of their reputation. Good. Now, Raw Prophet, you're gonna go on that expedition just to hang around there, and then we're gonna try to get another promotion and use that Raw Prophet to get rid of the younger Glover as well. So, speech. Let's take Porter in the cult. I really want this second moth person, because having at least 2 moth people is a good safety when one of them fails in getting rid of evidence. Oh, there goes the notoriety, and it had only like 21 seconds. If I had noticed to grab it, it wouldn't have gone there. Ah, crap. It would have just gone away and it wouldn't have bothered us at all. The glory is a question, and the moth always answers yes. The black flax's answer is no, and that is always its answer. So we get a bulbous warning for that. Okay, now we have the erudition, so let's combine these unresolved ambiguities. History is less certain than we are thought. I can learn from the study of its blurred edges. And oh, Forgotten Chronicle. No, we'll get the Painted River, get the fascination. Of course we get the fascination. What else would we get? Well, there is a Forbidden Epic waiting for us there next time. And we do have some fleeting reminiscences here, so it doesn't really matter. Just a minute of wasted time. Okay, did that commission there, so let's work at our position at the Glover and Glover. The office crackles with the news of Alden's unexpected absence. A scrawny, nervous fellow from the fourth floor has been appointed supervisor of records temporary. Unlike Alden, he doesn't interfere with my work. And Porter is now in the cult. And Porter, we're gonna make you into a disciple immediately, because we're gonna need you soon. Oh, sickness once more. Well, let's put this like over here, so this. So maybe when stuff comes from here, it'll go here instead of pushing everything else down. Okay, did you guys? You got through the curse. Nice. The curse won't touch us. Good, 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 good. Okay, what do you want now? Provide erudition or use a library. Okay, what did the other thing require then? Okay, fascination or a library. Because I didn't know, if I put the library in there, will it fix both of these things that require a library? Like, I'd really like to try, but then again, I don't want to, because we don't have a fascination. Also, the fascination breeding doesn't sound like a good idea. So, I'm just going to use the erudition here, just to be absolutely sure. Like, if you had asked the other way, I would have, of course, put the library in there first. Okay. Ink, paper, and the fizzling of electric lights. The office is dark when I leave, but I leave at the appointed time. Right, so can I now work with some diligence? Yes, I can. And can I get... And let's put some devotion in there as well. And then we shall go dream about the stack door. And Porter is now a disciple. Porter goes unnoticed until he's ready. Okay, good, 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 good. I just love having at least 2 moth people around, because they are most likely going to be needed in about 13 seconds time. Which actually means that, yeah, we're probably going to have to needing to use them for the speech web, so we're going to want to return these commissions here then. Okay, sickness. We're gonna have to sleep that away. Some restlessness is gonna come, but that's fine. We'll talk to Miss Naina about the restlessness and get rid of it. Okay, some iron spin trays, and yeah, let's just wait and see if this guy made any evidence. He did make some evidence. So let's see if Porter's up to the task and send him to get rid of the evidence and see if there's of course. Why? Why is it always like this? As soon as I get evidence and send people to get rid of the evidence, there's a season of suspicion coming. Like, always. The casts. In the room that overlooks the grimy glass, the broken conservatory, twisted shapes, yellow pale as maggots, recline on slabs of wood. These are the plaster casts that Foreman made of the poor souls inhabited by the creatures he studied. In some of the figures, the entry holes are visible in the relevant surface. In others, we might assume the creatures ended by ear or mouth or elsewhere. Okay, there's a restlessness for us, and yeah, that's actually can turn into a dread before we can deal with it with the Miss Naina. So we're probably gonna have to paint it away. The casts. The room is empty, but at last, when we chance to break one of the casts, we find Foreman's library treasures cached in the figure's yellowing abdomen. We find on Matthias and the Amethyst Imago transformation, we find the deeds of the scarred captain, we find the world does not weep, and we find the devoured tantra, and of course we get some notoriety from that. Okay, that's winter lore, that's edge forge lore, and that is edge lore. Heap. Okay, so there's the key hunters Garrett still left. Okay, we're gonna keep the raw profit around. Wait, how long is it gonna take after this? There's just still 1 cycle. It's 10 seconds, I think. So if we get to the situation where we can then kill the younger Glover or get rid of the younger Glover, we'll use the raw profit for that. And now I think we're just gonna head to the key hunters Garrett. Over here we require... Well, we can deal with this thing with Nock, because there's a younger sister and it respects the power of the mother, so we'll just send some Nock people over there. Vienna is one of those few cities which has the same name in every history, although adepts know it as the White City, or perhaps the City of the White. In a snowy street, in a crooked house, in a high and rattling attic, We have learned that an eccentric hunter of imaginary keys has established a tiny trove of odd books. Once in Vienna, we hear that the key hunter has not been seen for many days. A local drunk insists that a great serpent entered the house to devour them. Suddenly, the house is unlit and boarded up, and there is a reptile house smell. Okay, off you go, guys. Okay, and now you require glimmering or use a sanctuary. Wait. Oh, I forgot to use the glimmering. I forgot that this needed glimmering. Damnation. We don't have any glimmering here. Ooh, that's bad. Well, that was wasted work there once more. Well, at least we should be getting a Forbidden Epic from here. Yes, thank you. Okay, now I am absolutely sure that my notes are back to date and that the going through the Peacock's door didn't actually affect this. Right, we'll dream this affliction away. Right, and there is of course this thing. Oh crap, I am so certain that we're gonna get more notoriety from this, and then that's just gonna be the end of it. The younger Glover has taken me out for lunch at his club. I am to do more of the things that I do, more carefully, and in return he will give me a little more of the money I earn for his father. Okay, so this is the situation when we can send the Raw Prophet after this guy. So, let's paint that restlessness away. Let's use the notoriety there this time, and some passion. Probably shouldn't use the notoriety though. Should just let it wait. But I just don't want it to go there right now. And you guys, yeah, you should be fine there, because you respect... it will respond the mother's power, yeah, and knock is the mother's power, so this should be fine. Balked, yes, yes, yes. And, oh, Porter! Why am I always so suspectful of you guys? You always manage to do such a good job. Okay, Raw Prophet, go and ensnare this annoyance. Okay, balked. But is that one of... okay, that one thing is solved in this already. So what am I gonna need next time is HQ of the library or glimmering. Where am I gonna get glimmering? Is there... well, there's probably some easier ways to get it, but well, we're probably gonna get glimmering from painting. Let's see if we can get some glimmering from painting. It'll be... the painting will be done pretty soon. And we'll dream about the stack door while we wait. And... no glimmering. Well... what can you do? Let's... we don't have any restless, we don't have any dread, we don't have any fascination, so we're just gonna paint. And we're gonna keep painting with these things, and we're gonna keep painting people. Let's play Rose next. And then we're gonna have to study some stuff, so let's study The World Does Not Weep. That is written in Aramaic, so we'll translate it. And then I think we're gonna end this episode here and continue from this point in the next one. I'm on Carp, this is being Cultist Simulator with the Ghoul DLC. Goodbye world, thanks for watching, see you next time!